Thursday evening, the Martin Center for the Arts at ETSU will host the premiere of the film Nurse, Empathy Heals. And here to discuss this very important look at nurses' stories are Allison Myers and Dr. Dena Evans. Good morning.
Good morning.
The Nurse Initiative, no, I'm going to get this right, Nurse Narrative Initiative, a very big part of this. Can you explain that to us?
Yes. So the Nurse Narratives Initiative has been happening for about 2 years, and it's a multifaceted storytelling and educational initiative with the idea that, the main idea is that empathy is a core skill in healthcare, but also in nursing, and using storytelling to help nurses, patients, faculty, and students reflect on their experiences and listen to each other, learn from each other, process often really difficult experiences through storytelling, and then making these beautiful short digital stories that then we're sharing with students as part of education and learning from patients and other nurses. And so the film is a part of that overall piece.
Let's talk more about that, the educational side of things, the academic side of things. Why is it important to get these nurses' stories out there?
I think that it's important for us to focus on these nurses' stories because if you think about it, we focus a lot on the patient side of things, the patient experience. But by listening to the nurses' experiences, it really gives us a peek behind the curtain, so to speak, to kind of travel along with the nurse on their story, to learn about the challenges, the rewards, and hopefully in the process we can improve the way we educate our nursing students by listening to these stories, and also workplace culture, which my hope is if we do that can help to reduce nurse burnout and turnover.
Who do you want to come out to see this movie?
We want everyone to come. We hope the general community will come, certainly people in healthcare, students, but we hope everyone will come.
What can they expect? I mean, we know nurses' stories and we see the film's title. What can they expect to take away from this film?
Well, we're bringing Kleenex. So I think it's important because I've not seen all of the stories. I've seen some of the stories, and they're very emotional. They evoke a visceral reaction. They're not all positive, but they're very real. And I think that that's important, especially for anyone who's interested in healthcare or potential nursing students, to be able to see the reality of nursing before they make any decision about whether to go into this profession or not.
I was going to say, there's always a shortage,
always,
of nurses. Is this going to help with the pipeline of bringing those nurses
That's
in?
part
That's
of the
hope.
That's the big hope.
That's the big hope.
What do you hope when folks walk out of this? Is it, you want them to think. You want them to think about what goes into nursing. I know we've all been in a situation where we've had to rely on nurses. This is going to give you even more insight into that side of things.
Right.
Absolutely. I mean, I think people will feel hopeful. I think they'll feel proud of their local nurses. I think it's very inspiring. I mean, for me, I mean, I've always admired nurses, but I haven't, except for the occasional, go to the doctor or the hospital, haven't had a lot of experience. But over the past year and a half, listening intently through these workshops to nurses' stories, I've gained just an immense amount of respect and inspiration from nurses, and I think they meet people on their worst days, and then they get up and do it again. And they're also humans; they carry those stories with them. And I think for people to see these stories, empathy goes both ways, right? I think it will really be powerful for everybody who comes, not just people in healthcare.
It sounds like it's going to bring a powerful message to a lot of folks. Ladies, thank you for stopping by.
Thank you
so much.
Thank you so much for everything you do. Nurse, Empathy Heals. The film premiere is coming up this Thursday evening, right down the street here at the ETSU Martin Center for the Arts. We have all that information for you right there on the screen.